How can I ever believe in you now?
To be fair, he did change the sentence from certain death to probable death.
Well, exactly, you know. He's doing what he can here, Joe. Come on now.
Swings and roundabouts.
It's quite a nice shot.
Nice.
Hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I am joined by
Thomas,
Whispering Thomas, and we're about to watch episode 3 of The Curse of Peladon. I've enjoyed it very much so. We hope you're enjoying it too. Do let us know what you think in the comments. Do join our Discord server if you'd like to chat more about Doctor Who. The link for that is in the description. And if you'd like to see the full-length episode reactions, you can join our Patreon, again, via the link in the description. And there are various tiers there with a few little perks. So do go and check that out.
Hopefully not too many tears.
No. No more tears.
You that I am telling the truth. I am innocent.
Your Majesty,
You've got to believe him!
His ignorance of the law at least deserves consideration.
No, his crime is too great.
A royal pardon would count highly with the Federation.
The Federation cannot override our holy laws. It is forbidden by its charter.
That is correct. Galactic Articles of Peace, paragraph 59, subsection 2.
Well, hang on, buddy.
You can't just let
He
him
saved your life.
You cannot prevent it.
There is one alternative. Trial by combat.
But the Earth's delegate is not of noble blood.
That's barbaric!
It is all I can offer.
He cannot be given an honorable alternative.
You forget, Hepesh, he is a man of rank, and as such, an honorary nobleman of the Citadel. What do you say, Doctor?
Very well, Your Majesty. I accept the challenge.
How can I ever believe in you now?
To be fair, he did change the sentence from certain death to probable death.
Well, exactly, you know. He's doing what he can here, Joe. Come on now.
Swings and roundabouts.
So apparently this story is supposed to be an allegory to do with the UK joining the common market,
Oh, interesting.
which was kind of in the news at the time.
Stand alone.
Huh.
You can kind of see those kind of parallels. But it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because we sometimes say about Doctor Who, like, what's it like when it tries to be topical? But again, this feels less preachy, I guess, than we come to expect in the modern era.
Yeah, it's sort of very much there, but not. It's also just kind of telling a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love how he does that rhyme to the tune of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
I was just thinking that that's what the tune was.
You alright?
Oh, you idiot.
It's quite a nice shot.
Nice.
I think I read this was filmed in an old water tank that they dressed up with all these bits.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks good. It's doing quite a physical role playing the Doctor, isn't it?
Yeah, particularly for Pertwee. I mean, I don't think you would have seen Hartnell or Troughton's Doctor being put in a situation like this, would you?
Certainly not often.
All right, live, Grun. I would not kill the King's champion.
Oh dear.
Poor.
It's like
Quite another-
Alpha Centauri.
Another good, strong finish there.
Wow.
I mean, that fight scene at the end, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not exactly the Bourne ultimatum, but they've gone for a choice of not putting any music over it. This sort of silent fight kind of thing, but it doesn't quite convey the brutality that I think is intended when you do it in like some of those Bourne type films.
But I know what you mean. It has a certain heft to it.
Yeah, and Pertwee's Doctor is quite, as you said, sort of quite active and does a lot of stunts and things like that. And I don't think we would have seen other Doctors being put in that situation of a fight to the death. And he's played as very competent in that, isn't he? He's not sort of just thrown in and he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's got the weapons, he's grappling and stuff. He's a very sort of capable figure.
Yeah,
which makes him quite different in some ways to the previous incarnations. Yeah,
and I quite enjoyed that in the scene where he was singing "God Rest Ye, Merry Gentlemen."
Yeah, that always stuck in my head as a kid. You know, that just the little Venusian lullaby thing he sings. Not sure exactly why, but definitely goes in.
Yeah, no, it's shaping up to be a very good story, I think, this one.
Well, I think what one of the clues to me that I think we were quite enjoying it is that we weren't saying a lot. Like, we're relatively sort of engaged with the whole process, you know.
That's true.
What I will say though is it's quite a wordy story, isn't it? It feels to me. There's not a lot of... I mean, we obviously had that fight scene at the end there, but there's not a lot of action in it. There's a lot of kind of dialogue and characters talking to each other. This sort of almost political drama playing out.
Yeah, it could probably be doing a bit more showing rather than telling.
So I wonder if that's why there may be some people who aren't fans necessarily of it, that they find it just a bit kind of long-winded and clunky. But it's like I say, we've sat, you know, having sat there and watched it and not said huge amounts to it. I think that's probably because we've been I've certainly felt largely engaged by it. And I mean, it feels, to be, you know, we're 3 episodes in out of 4, and it's felt like it's moved quite quickly to get to the place we're at. You know, I don't feel that we've been dragging through any of the episodes at all. It's felt very quick. So that in itself is a testament to what the show is doing. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, and I good location, or sets, sets and locations. But yeah, that fight scene with them looking down was really nicely done, I thought.
Yeah, and I wonder actually. I mean, it's if you're in the costume and design department, if you've had a series which for the last 2 seasons and a bit has largely been set all in one place, set on Earth, in actual locations. The opportunity to do something like this must be quite fun, to kind of have all the robes of... I mean, because obviously they did, what was it, Colony in Space, but that wasn't particularly visually a treat, or much of a treat generally. But this one is much more visually appealing, isn't it? With the kind of castle and the robes that sort of Hepesh and the king wear, and obviously you've got the guards in their stuff, you've got Agador, you've got the whole castle setting and the corridors and the throne room and the tunnels and stuff like that. Agador, I always want to say Agadoo. It's like Agadoo. But yeah, so I think and maybe it just gives the team a bit of an opportunity to lean into that a bit. And the Ice Warriors look great as well in it. So, because they're very, particularly the what they're called now, the Ice Lords. They kind of, the helmets are sort of medieval looking, aren't they, in some ways? So it's sort of that kind of almost like a space knight kind of thing fits the aesthetic.
That's a very good point, especially the kind of hooded one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That one, that one there in particular. So it's quite neat in that sense. And then there's Alpha Centauri, obviously.
Just the image of trying to perform ordinary tasks. Endless fun, isn't it? Climbing a ladder. Oh, no, you've got to get that foot up now. No, that one as well. Yep, that's it. So much coordination.
No. But, and another pretty strong cliffhanger I felt at the end there, because we saw the gun come out from Arturus, I think. And then we've also seen the Ice Warrior gun go off.
Yeah, it all flashed by very quickly at the end. It was Arturus, you reckon, who was...
Well, something extended out from his chassis, which I'll assume is a weapon and not something else.
Yes. Well, on that note, great Doctor Who content. Thanks for watching, everyone. Do subscribe if you'd like to stay in the loop, and if you'd like to watch along with our full commentary tracks, you can check out our Patreon in the link below and in the description, and also our Discord community to continue the conversation. But thanks so much for watching.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.